What's up, you guys? So today I'm going to be talking about products that I would repurchase quickly if my entire makeup stash disappeared. I have 2 Alex drawers in my bedroom chock full of makeup, which some days I'm like, what am I thinking? And other days I'm like, oh, I'm glad I have all this. But if it all disappeared one day, these are the products that I would repurchase. I did full face of it. Lots of low-end, high-end options. So hopefully you find something that you might pick up and like as well. Before we get into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so I think I have all of my products here. I know I'm missing a lipstick. So super cute. Okay, so even though I'm not doing really any skincare other than sunscreen because I haven't landed on a favorite skincare regimen just yet. I change it up a ton, and so I'm not super confident in being like, this is my holy grail. I would buy it 10 times over for the rest of my life. So the Supergoop Glow Screen SPF 40, I picked up this tiny one a while ago, just like a sample size to see if I liked it. And this sucker, I use it every time I do my makeup, which is not every single day, but most days. And I love it. I get the hype of having like a nice primer sunscreen combo. This definitely gives you that like nice glow underneath. So I've really been enjoying it, especially here in these winter months where everything is so dry. So I'll definitely be picking up the larger version of this at some point, but if I had to go out and buy a new sunscreen, this is just such a like a two for situation where you can get a nice primer feel with sunscreen as well. So if you don't do anything, at least wear some sunscreen. I have 2 primers. Both my primers are e.l.f. and I would absolutely go repurchase these if I lost my entire makeup collection. I love the Power Grip Primer. I love the Power Grip Primer. Mainly, I use it every day. It also gives me that kind of nice, natural, glowy finish. But the Poreless Putty Primer definitely gives you that more matte coverage, matte feeling. I don't want to say coverage, but that matte, like underneath your foundation effect. So this is the Universal Sheer. I know they have a couple versions. I am getting down, scraping the bottom right there. I'm gonna go in with the Power Grip today, which I never tried, but is supposedly kind of a dupe for the Milk Makeup gripping primer. I can't remember the exact name of it at this moment. And then I think the Poreless Putty Primer is a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas. So e.l.f. be out here with the dupes, and I'm here for it. Usually they do a really good job. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go in and do brows really quick. And starting off the year, I probably wouldn't have said this, but my go-to brow pencil is the Sephora just retractable brow pencil. So it's $12 and it's the Sephora line. Use the Anastasia one forever and love it. Would buy it when it was on sale, but it's 22 or 23. Kind of pricey when you're doing your brows often and all the time. The pencil runs out. I think they're very similar. I would say the Anastasia one might be a little waxier, so I think it applies a little bit smoother. This definitely has like a little bit of a grip. This is all worn off, but this is the Benefit Gimme Brow. So I typically just use this as a kind of brow setter fluffer thing. I would definitely, if I had to pick up one or the other, I think I would go with the pencil. I think it just does more for me, but especially on those no makeup days or going to the gym and I need to look a little bit alive. I feel like brows give my face a little bit of life. Okay, foundation. Foundation is difficult. Foundation's a hard one because I tend to switch it up. I mix. If I hear about a new foundation, I think I've got like 2 foundations in my Ulta cart right now because I want to try them out. I use, like right now I'm using like 3 different foundations on a daily basis. But the one I keep coming back to, and I have a light and I have a kind of medium, is the number 7 Stay Perfect. Sunscreen SPF, so it has all skin type coverage. Complexion Perfection long-lasting foundation for a natural and flawless complexion. So I will mix this with a lot of things. Like right now I'm also using the Kosas foundation, and it's a little bit light for me, so I have been kind of mixing this with the Kosas because it's a little bit more olive. I just love like this just natural glowy like finish that it gives. It's just like medium coverage, and I just keep coming back to it, so I figured it has to be my like ride or die. And I love the way it looks when I'm mixing other foundations with it. I have two concealers. I have the Tarte Shape Tape, which is probably of the two my favorite. I just keep coming back to it. And then one that I think is great if you're gonna need to be a little bit more full coverage or a little bit more coverage like on your in your darker circles areas, there is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is definitely a little bit more of a full coverage. I used this when I had a couple things going on this year where I knew photos were going to be taken, because it definitely is a great eye primer concealer combo. So I'm going to use a tad. It does a lot, so it's like you have a pump, a lot comes, you can't really tell, but a lot comes out. So I just kind of go in and dab and push a little off. So just kind of do that right there on the inner corner and blend it in, and then with the the Shape Tape. My two bronzers are the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I feel like this is a staple. You need this. I feel like a lot of people have it, so you're probably like, Megan, I already have it. But if you don't, I would definitely try it out. It's a drugstore. I think it's probably like $15. It smells good. It looks good. It's all good. I also have the Hula bronzer, so we're getting low in that guy, but a little bit darker. So it gives me like a nice kind of blend. I use this typically for like more of a contour, and this more for a bronzer. So those are definitely my two. I'll actually break up my brushes. My go-tos. I use the same brush typically. I don't normally go crazy and use two different brushes, but I'll use this one just kind of right there. It's in the color, the shade bronzer, but I know it comes in other shades. Like I think it comes in light bronzer. I'm not gonna do the Hula. This is the shade Exposed. I just love the formula of these, and I love the size. And if I know they come in bigger sizes, like the full size or whatever. And if I had to go pick out a new blush, one blush, I would probably go with this. I don't have any right now, but also the Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon is a beautiful shade. I was actually looking it up yesterday to see if I could find a store that had it in stock, because I really want to go buy it again. Now, I could stop there and not move on with eyeshadow, because blush and bronzer for eyeshadow, perfectly fine. Blush, bronzer, highlight for eyeshadow, even better. But I do have some eyeshadow, so we're gonna do that too. Two highlights. I think the holy grail has to be the Essence Pure Nude Be My Highlight, and this thing is like $3 or $5 or something, and it is just the most perfect, easy, obviously very inexpensive highlight. And I think if I had to pick one, I would definitely pick this. And I also love this Anastasia highlighter brush. I think it's the Anastasia one. Milani makes one that looks very similar, but it just makes me feel bougie. What are we gonna do for lips? Honorable mention will definitely go to the ColourPop Smoke and Whistles Super Shock Cheek. She's super pretty. It is more of that like soft, like kind of putty feeling. If you've never used any of the ColourPop stuff before, it's definitely like that softer, not a powder feel. But I saw somebody do like a trick the other day, and it said the best highlight for you. Okay, let's do this. So I'm gonna take both this Be My Highlight and Smoke and Whistles. So we've got kind of two different shades there. She said, I got blush. She said, scroll on TikTok, and she was like, the best highlighter for you, it was the best bronzer too. The best highlighter for you is the one that when you turn your hand, it disappears. Like when the light hits it, beautiful, but when you turn, which one disappears? I can't turn my arm that way. Yeah, I feel like it's this one. Both of them disappear pretty good though. This is the Essence and this is the ColourPop. So it's like which highlight disappears when the light does not hit it is the one that's best for your face, because you don't want it to, when the light's not hitting it, and you don't want it to look too aggressive. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm not gonna worry about my eyes right this second, so we'll set our face first. The Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, hands down. The mist is beautiful. She's inexpensive-ish. She's inexpensive. She's not high-end. I think, want to try out the Urban Decay All-Nighter. I don't feel like I've tried that out since I was in like college, and I feel like it's changed. So, but I love the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. They also do this in a like a luminous one and a matte one. So this is just the regular. Pick what you like. Eyes, I also have 2 products. It's probably not the point of this video to have 2 products, but makeup has no rules, and this thing is beat all to hell, so you know how to use it all the time. It's the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. She does no wrong in my eyes, so you have beautiful neutral shades in here, a few cool toned shades as well. And I don't own any full size of the Natasha Denona because she's pricey, but I buy these little mini palettes at Sephora, and I think they're perfect. And the combination of the colors is beautiful, the consistency and the way it lays on your eyes, beautiful. Formula is so nice. So I would say formula wise, these are probably my absolute favorite, but because I don't buy the bigger palettes, I don't get variety, and you gotta have variety sometimes. So this is perfect for quick looks. Go in with the Anastasia one, and it's a bit later in the day, so we're not going crazy. We're probably just gonna do something pretty simple. Not like I don't already do that anyway. Everything blends just so nicely, and the colors just go, obviously palettes should, but the colors just go so well together. Okay, mascara. I have 2. My bottom lashes and upper lashes, but right now I'm just using it for my bottom lashes, is the Thrive Causmetics lash extensions. And the biggest reason that I love this stuff is because it is a tubing mascara, and it just coats your lashes and does not smudge, because of the way that it just kind of goes on around the lash. So it doesn't get smudgy on the bottom, which is, I have the worst time with mascara just eventually starting to run down onto my under eyes, and because this doesn't smudge, it doesn't do it. For regular mascara, the Monsieur Big from Lancome volumizes and separates my lashes. It goes on, you can kind of like do a couple coats. I feel like my lashes are really short, so I kind of need all the help I can get in that department. Oh, I didn't do powder. I missed powder, you guys. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly powder my under eyes, probably with my sponge. So I have if I had to do one, I have a couple, but if I had to do one, I pick up the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. I don't know if there's multiple shades, that's bad, but this is, on the back says Veil. This is just the mini version because you get a lot, and I wanted to try it out. So nice little sifter in there, super fine, super soft. Just kind of take some, put it in on the sponge, and good for baking, good for just setting. Take my highlighter brush, just make sure we're blending that up in here. We need something on our lips. I think the biggest test is probably what is in my purse. So let's look at that really quick. So this was a recent purchase, but it's definitely been a staple since I got it, and I just can't take it out of my purse. And it's the Hourglass, it's like plumping, hold on, I'll look it up. It's the Hourglass Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm. This is the shade Trace, and it is just a perfect brown nude, little bit of gloss. I kind of tap, once I put it on, I kind of tap it a little bit just so it's not so shiny. If I had to, holy grail, forever. I think I would wear this forever. I think it would look good in the summer. I think it looks good in the wintertime. It gives you some color. It's moisturizing. We all need that. So, all right, you guys, that is my full face of if my entire makeup collection disappeared, what I would rebuy first. Rebuy first for every category, starting from sunscreen all the way to your finishing lipstick. So if I didn't describe some of these super well and you want to know other things, or I didn't have shades and you want to know shades, let me know. I'll try and put everything below. Let me know what your holy grail products are, whether it's just one and you're like, I would rebuy that forever. I would never wear makeup at all. If my entire makeup collection disappeared, I would take it as a sign. I don't think I would, but you know, to each their own. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe before you leave. I hope you guys are happy. I hope you're well, and I hope you're having a good one. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.